Welcome again. Let's have a look perhaps at your whole life, and what I suggest we do, if it's okay with you, because you mentioned that you weren't really sure what you wanted coaching on. So what I suggest we do is we do a coaching wheel together. It's a theme wheel, and so what I'm going to ask you to do in a moment is to name different areas of your life. They can be finance, health, career, family life, and we're looking for about 12 of them. Can be fewer, can be more if you wanted to. I'm going to take a note of them, and then we're going to do this little wheel exercise so that we can really create this picture of your whole life, and from there we should easily find one or two areas for you to be coached on over the next few months. How does that sound to you?
Sounds wonderful. Exciting.
So all we need to start the process is a short list of the different areas of your life that are significant for you. As I said, it can be sort of big categories like finances, spirituality, personal growth, family, career, etc. So give it some thought, and then I'll take some notes as you come up with ideas.
Family is the big one.
So family.
Yes. Let's say, okay, finances definitely. Career. My spirituality. I think my volunteer charity work also plays a big part. I think that's all I can think of at the moment.
Talk about family, finances, career, spirituality, and your volunteer charity work. Do you want to add anything, or shall we leave it at that?
I think that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So we've got 5.
Yeah, thank you.
So all we're going to do now is just really very simply make use of our coaching wheel, and I'm going to write in your different categories: family, finances, career, spirituality, and number 5, your volunteer charity work. And we're going to we're just going to take 5 of the pies, and we're going to put them in there. So I'm just going to number the pies: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'd like to know from you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being most happy, how happy you are with each of them. It's like a level of satisfaction and a level of happiness. So I'm going to give you a moment to think about that, where 10 is I'm really happy or satisfied, and 0 is I'm not happy at all. So for the theme wheel, all you need to do then is fill out a couple of the names of the pies, and then either use your wheel, although it's difficult if there's only 5 choices, or quickly draw one. It doesn't have to be a great artwork. I know you can't see properly from the camera, but just sort of sketch one. So I've sketched a wheel with 5 pies so that we can coach the themes from those 5 pies. So we've got your 5 areas of your life, which is family, finance, career, your spirituality, and your volunteer work. So I was asking you to give some thought towards the level of satisfaction or happiness. So for your family life as the first one, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I'm really satisfied and 0 I'm not satisfied, how satisfied are you with your family?
I'd say an 8.
An 8. So I'm just drawing in an 8 and I'm colouring in the pie for you. And let's look at finances now for you out of 10.
I'd also say an 8. I'm happy.
And let's look at your career out of 10.
I'd say about the 4 and a 5.
Between a 4 and a 5.
Yeah.
It's 4 to 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And your spirituality?
Oh, also, say a 4.
A 4. And then finally, your volunteer work?
6.
A 6. So now we have just a rough visual of these important areas of your life. When you look at that and reflect on it, what comes to mind for you? What stands out for you?
Well, definitely the spirituality and the career path. It was quite amazing because for me, the two seem interconnected somehow, and I think I've always been on this journey to try and discover one or the other, and how can I put one into another one and join them together. Yeah, and I'm not quite sure how to do that, so I understand the dissatisfaction numbers.
And which area do you believe would have the most impact on all the others?
Out of any of the 5 areas?
Yeah, out of any of the 5.
I'd definitely say family.
Family.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your maximum impact area.
Yeah.
And where would you like these to be? Specifically, perhaps the ones that are coming up a bit lower.
I think I'd like the career and the spirituality to also be at about a 7 or an 8.
So you'd like them both to be
I'd
7
like
or 8?
some development there, some growth.
So those are developmental areas for you, they're growth areas for you.
Yes.
And in terms of our coaching journey together, if we focused on any of these areas for you, where would you like to focus?
It's a toss-up between the career and the spirituality.
So those 2 areas.
Those 2 areas.
So when you come for sessions and as we roll out our coaching journey, if we prioritize coaching career and spirituality, is that
perfect?
What you would
that
like
would
coaching?
Be wonderful. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
So when you're coaching a theme wheel, you simply are doing it like that. You're making it very open, very natural, very relaxed. Make sure you understand how to explain it properly. Make sure to remember not to make a mistake around explaining the scales. I've seen a lot of coaches make that mistake when they're not familiar with the process. So in other words, remember that you're scaling how satisfied or how happy the person is with the different areas of their life. And then really keep it quite open-ended. Allow the coachee to reflect, to get some insights, make space for those insights, and then once you've done that, let them choose what focus areas they would like coaching on. And if you're coaching them over more than one session, it's ideal because you've got a couple of areas now that you can keep looking at over time to get coaching on. And what a wonderful reporting device or measuring device to have the coaching wheel there ready to track against over a period of time. So if you're coaching 6 sessions or 12 sessions, perhaps every 3rd or 4th session you could go back and have a look at where your client is now. Have their numbers improved? And that's a beautiful way to actually measure the coaching. For at-work coaching and corporate coaching, managers also, our managers that we train as coaches use this technique, but they keep it, they keep the themes very closely aligned to the career. So instead of coaching them around broad life areas, they coach them around career development areas. So they start their coaching process to develop the talent or to develop the person inside of their career. And they ask them, instead of for general life areas, for different aspects of their career. So perhaps they might say, name all the things that influences your career, from relationships to study to quality of the experience of work, the working experience, the team, etc. And then they rate or rank all those different developmental areas and track them over time. So as you can see, really easy to use, and I hope that you enjoy using the theme wheel.